All right, so yesterday we were doing inequalities, and yesterday we worked mostly just on a greater than or less than. So if yesterday was greater than and less than, then guess what today is? Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Means that you've got that whatever it is, it could also be equal to, not necessarily greater than, not necessarily less than. So if I have, for an equation of a line, P is greater than or equal to 3. You do your same thing when you write your line. Hey, it's a 0. I go 1, 2, 3. Above, but now instead of an open circle, it is a closed circle because it means it could also include that number. Before, if it has this open circle, that means you can't include the number. Closed circle means you can include the number. So greater than or equal to, I remember the variable has to be on what side? The left side. And then you follow the arrow again, it's going right. That's the whole thing right there. This is what the inequality looks like. This is what your little mini graph looks like. So just a little bit of a background from that. If you're looking on A, this is on page 25. Yelena, what a great name, Yelena, or Elena, I don't know. Needs at least 7 feet of ribbon for her craft. So if you guys go back to that page, excuse me, if you go back to that page where you wrote down all the different things like this, at least would have been one of the things on there. Go back to that page, find at least. What does at least mean? So I need to see you going back and looking through your notes. If you don't have notes for that, you need to get notes. Go back to that video and get notes for it. What does at least mean? Yeah?
That number or higher?
That number or higher, yeah. What does it mean in terms of when we're making an inequality? Yeah? It could mean more than, but it's not just more than. At least. What? It's not equal. It's greater than or equal. So for this one, they use P for their example. It needs to be at least 7 feet. And by the way, if you cannot find your notes, because I saw all of you scrambling around, your notes need to be in one section, in one spot. You should be able to go back and find your notes where we had all those lists of words. If you're confused about what I mean, is anyone confused about what I mean by those list of words? I just referenced them yesterday. No? You need to be able to find where those notes are. That should be where you're taking your notes every day in math. So at least greater than or equal to, and then it said 7 for 7 feet. So that's what that's going to look like. Yeah, she said find the possible lengths of ribbon that would be enough to complete her project. So anything that would be enough. Let's say this was 3, it goes all the way up to 7, same thing. Closed circle, going greater than. Our variables on our left side, our arrow is pointing that way. We put a closed circle, and it's pointing towards 7. 8th grade. Now working for me. Alright, and then B, which is on page 26. Says, one winter day, Helena, Montana, that's the capital of Montana for those of you who are not aware, had a maximum temperature of -4 degrees Celsius. Go back to that page. Where is maximum on that page? That page that you guys had wrote notes for. Did you find it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
Less than or equal to?
Yeah.
So think about it. We'll say H for Helena, and let's say -4. Does it make sense that, right here, the temperatures that day were less than or equal to -4?
Yeah.
If -4 is the maximum, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that means that if we're making a graph, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, -4, We have a closed circle going this way. So they said maximum, that means it peaks out. It could get to -4, but it's not getting past -4. Alright, so it's going here, but anything less than, that's also going to be good. Maximum, it maxes out right there. And that's what your graph looks like. Guided practice, you guys have 7 to 14 on page 26.